and go.
Do I look at the?
No, just
Okay.
talk
Just
to each other.
talk to me,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
So Randy, I'd like you to tell us about the impact of the core commitment cycle and the promise-based management training, kind of on your daily life here at Corbion. Can you tell us how it's been useful or not to you?
The centering practices have been very useful to me. That's where I discovered I needed the most help.
Okay.
I'm a pretty organized person, and I tend to ask pretty direct questions of people. But I tend to let my emotions sometimes overtake me a little bit when I'm in the heat of the moment, very stressful day. And so it was really good to learn these somatic practices, to recognize, when I'm getting uptight, when I'm getting angry, when I'm getting stressed, and I would stop and say, hey, I need to center myself. I need to get back to where I should be emotionally. And that's what's really helped me the most, I think, in doing my job.
That's great. So was it that you weren't aware of when you were getting stressed before, or more like now have some practice with what to do with that?
Well, I was aware of it, but not until it was really too late, when I was already angry and already maybe said something that maybe I shouldn't have said, and then I'd catch myself and say, hey, now I got to calm down, but now I can catch that earlier.
On the front side.
Correct. And I can have the right conversation in the right mood. So I think it's helped me a lot in that area, because I didn't realize how much of a struggle that was in my life, but it really is. I tend when I get stressed, I tend to immediately get out of the right mood into a bad mood.
Okay.
So this has helped me recognize that.
So in recognizing it kind of in daily life, how's that impacted the actual workflow that you're engaged in terms of calls and dealing with customers and all of that?
Well, it tends to be less stressful now, because before I would, when I let my emotions go too far in a wrong direction, I'd get like, oh no, another call, another email, and I'd get more and more stressed.
Sure.
Whereas now I can kind of, just take a deep breath and relax and focus on what's important and focus on, staying calm, and that helps. I mean, then I'm not so concerned about what other people are doing. It's more like, it was almost like I was thinking other people are doing something negative to me.
Okay.
And it sounds kind of ridiculous, but now I'm able to see that everyone's just doing their job. Everyone just whatever, everybody has something important, and I don't need to take anything personally, and I can just relax and just do things in my own time, in my own way, and then it'll come out right in the end. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I tend just to let things flow over, wash over my back, so to speak, whereas before it would just kind of drag me down.
Okay, so you're in kind of a foul mood by the end of the day, all stressed out, that sort of thing?
I find myself leaving work in a much better mood now, let's put it that way.
Are you still working the same amount of time, or are you actually able to leave earlier because workflow is a little bit tighter in terms of how quickly things turn around, or have you noticed a difference there?
Well, it's funny, I'm actually a lot busier now than I was when this first started back 6 months ago. So that's been another benefit, is it's helped me in that regard, because a lot of days I can't leave early. I need to stay a little bit late to get things cleaned up.
Okay.
But it's not, I don't leave here angry, I don't leave here all stressed out like I used to. Because I know, that there's a new day tomorrow, and I'll get it taken care of, and it's not that big of a deal.
Wow, so at the end of the day, it's really the end of the day. It's not carrying over into the next day.
No,
so there's a sense of completion for the
Yeah.
end, and then onto your life personally in the evenings and whatnot.
Yeah, I find myself, it's easier now to leave things here and go home and enjoy my time away from here, and then I come back the next day refreshed and start over. So.
Very cool. How do you notice that this work has impacted not only your stress but also your interactions with your work colleagues?
Well, I think when I'm able to make clearer requests and declines, and do some assessments. It's helped me understand people a little better because we all have different personalities, we all have different jobs, we all have different needs. We're all different emotionally, so it's helped me to understand people better. And maybe in the past, something that would annoy me or irritate me, it doesn't anymore because I understand that this person just does things differently. But from my point of view, I just need to get clear understanding and clear, I need this by the end of the day or something, in my emails or my conversations. And the other person may not like that direct request, but it really helps in the long run because it doesn't leave loose ends. And I get what I need, and the other person understands why I need what I'm asking for. So
doesn't just come out of nowhere. That Randy has a reason.
Yeah.
And I can fulfill on that reason or request or not.
Exactly.
Okay. Got it. So we asked you to complete a survey for us, and on the survey, one of the questions was if you could imagine 6 months out what the impact of this will be, this being the core commitment cycle and PBM training. How do you imagine that it'll continue to affect you and impact?
My emails and my conversations. So I think it's going to help, especially if other people in the organization take it, then we're all speaking the same language.
Right.
And I think that's going to help a lot. Right now, a lot of the people I deal with don't. And then they haven't taken this, so they don't know.
Right.
It may seem a little weird to them, the way we state things.
And
And say, I have a request, and please respond by the end of the day or something. So I think if everybody takes it, we're all on the same page, I think it's going to be even more beneficial. But personally, I think it's going to be a benefit to me regardless if anyone else takes it, because it's helped me in a lot of areas, just to be more confident in my correspondence with people, and just getting questions answered and getting things done.
Cool.
So.
Very cool. Anything else you want to share with us before we kind of wind up here?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Thanks for coming in.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
you bet.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take care.
Okay.